do the introduction. Yep. For a while. Okay, something happening. Why I cannot see Discord? Mm-hmm. Can hear me? Yep. So, good afternoon, guys. Thank you for joining us. And we are now at Virtual RENTAP. The game of today is chess. So, I'm joined with Scott, a grandmaster in chess with rating more than 2000. We would like to comment about the chess game and have fun watching the game. Hello, Scott. So, how are you doing today? Right. So, in the first board, we are having up, no, yo, meow meow ginger. Hmm? Mm-hmm. Diagonal. Mm-hmm. It's in mesh. Mesh like yeah. It gives the kings to move. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Small versus Firas. Mm-hmm. Yup. Mm. So we got Fluffy Cat versus Mix and Mash again here. The king. Yeah. Yup. Mm-hmm. Moved. Sure, bishop to c4 to attack the knight over there. Mm-hmm. Mm. My choice. Mm-hmm. Quite into the late game already here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So the black queen is now under attack by the bishop. Mm-hmm. He had to retreat. Yeah. Yeah, he just played the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's on. Seems like the game has been finished. Mio Mio Ginger versus Apisho. Yeah. On boss. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. It seems like the white queen is already been eaten. Yeah. The second game already finished. Zuki Wang versus Adachi. Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, seems like Akid Hamari is already left the game. Yeah. Okay, we'll be right back with the second round. We'll be starting in 1 minute 30 seconds. Okay, how do I remove this guy? Because this guy said he's not playing anymore, but then he's in the tournament somehow. The Akid guy. So yeah, yeah. Can I do that? Is it possible? Where is it? I try to get it. Okay, let me go inside. I cannot do that even though I won the tournament. Hmm. Is it? Oh. Hmm. Hmm.
Like this. So I'm back. Okay, so I should perhaps introduce myself again. I'm Scott. I'll be your commentator for today. I have been mumbling unheard for the last round, but yeah, hopefully, I can give you some good commentary today. So back to the second round. In we have a game on the first board. Zugi Zhuang against Mune Dylan. Uh, a very nice French game. Started with. Uh, Perhaps a bit inaccurate in the opening, but perfectly fine. As you see, black has a very strong uh, uh, pressure on this diagonal, but it could easily this bishop here could easily be chased away, perhaps with like b4 or stuff like that. Yeah, on the second game, we have a Queen's Gambit decline, as it should be. Very standard opening up until this point. Very nice. Um, on the third board, we have Yahalo versus Mix and Match or a damn weep. Um, yeah, Yahalo played a very weird, not sure what exactly this is. Yeah, on the fourth board is a bit slow. He started with a very unconventional again. Reply to d4 with e6. Hi? Hmm, I can't hear you now. I see. Yeah, on the first board, uh, problems for black again after b4 bishop has no the bishop here really has no square to go. I mean, you can come back here. I mean, and the knight is perfectly fine. On the second board, the king side has opened really quickly here. For some, oh, this is not a queen's gambit. I'm sorry. I think he tried the king's gambit here. Uh, it should be well. Black sacrifice a bishop to open up position for 2 pawns. I do not think any attacks will actually materialize here because the position is still a bit close, and then well, I mean the king side is a bit exposed, but it should be perfectly fine. So aiming to castle on the queen side should be all right. The third board. On the third board, mix and match here play a rather interesting b4 move, attacking the bishop. I do not think that's perhaps a good move here because if I would them, I would just take the bishop easily, and then with the rook actually with not the knight, because after taking the rook, should white recapture the bishop, knight will come in and then it will fork on the king and queen because the knight will be attacking both of these squares. So yeah, it's good that after doing this you weaken the pawn structure and then you just win the bishop outright if you want. But yeah, after rook takes, pawn takes, and perhaps the threat is not that big after all. Or even just yeah, knight takes might actually be better because they have to capture with the pawn, and you ruin white's pawn structure on the king side. There's a double pawn here. This file is open, so castling here might be a bit dangerous. Bishop out of the way, which is exactly what he did not do. But it's good because the queen now is also attacking this rook, and exactly that he blundered it, and the rook will be taken, and white is up the exchange and should win this hopefully quite comfortably. Now, of course, white trying to capitalize this semi-open file with rook g1. Good move, but perhaps a bit of a desperate one.
Mhm.
On the
Okay.
third board, oh, we move really slowly here, but apparently white blunder the queen, unfortunately. And he could not capture back the knight because the pawn is pinned. This pawn is pinned. So, yeah, all around a really bad situation for white here.
The black is queen up. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
one
plan.
one whole queen up is just will be quite difficult to win this one. Back to the first board, we have it's a rather complicated position, still quite close. White trying to remaneuver the knight to a better square, perhaps somewhere here, and then hopefully put your knight. I'm not sure. Perhaps here is good as well to join the attack on the king side. But I think this might last a bit longer. They're taking their time.
Yeah, we can. I can see
Oh,
the.
and Mio Ginger, unfortunate. Oh no, it was just a queen trade. No, no, that's an excellent queen trade here. So it's a check. Has to move. You'll pick up the queen. More or less still equal. And white, I think one pawn up.
In the game
And
versus Adachi versus Apisho, where the queen has been blundered. In the chat, he said
ah
that his finger slip and then he cannot undo it. So,
yes. Unfortunately, yeah, that's what happens in in online chess. You have a lot of finger slips and stuff like that. Yeah, but that's how it is. If you look up YouTube, you will see a lot of clips of even the best players in the world, Magnus Carlsen doing, or maybe Gary Kasparov doing horrible finger slips. Part of the charm of online chess, if you ask. Back on the first board, still slow here. Black trying to open up the position of a5. After this, A bit he has to be a bit careful here because should the knight move, it'll be a discover attack on the queen. But at this point, there's nothing too important. The knight moves, the queen just moves, so it should be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I think this pawn is hanging. I think he should be able to safely take it, no problems here. And again, yeah, putting a pawn, putting a pin on the queen, and then there is now three attackers on the knight, on the knight here, and he has to defend it somehow, and that is not the right way to do it because now it's just blundering a piece. Perhaps just now or something like uh, knight e1 was perhaps more accurate.
Yeah, I think so. It can defend the knight at c2.
Yeah.
So this game can.
Let's head to the second board.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this is a quite a high quality game if you ask me. So yeah, White has control of the open F file. Uh, he has a bit more initiative here at least, but you realize that Black has two pass pawn, and if he wants to capitalize the position properly, he will start pushing those pawns. And I think Black might have a more comfortable position here, and I would try h5 very soon, and then if two rooks will be fully occupied in trying to stopping these pawns marching down the board. But I mean, we have to realize that because he has this pass pawn, precisely because he sacrifices bishop for the pawn, so he's down a piece. And it's hard to say who is better here. I would say it's perhaps around equal. But yeah, Black needs very precise plays here.
Yeah, white is a piece up with the bishop. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but in compensation, he has two pass pawns, so it's hard to say which is better. But as the game progresses, as more pieces are traded off, the pawns become more valuable. So let's see how it goes, and perhaps even offering a trade now is not even a too bad of an idea. Next, I think at least this game it will come down to how these two pawns will play out. I don't think they will. It will be feasible now to do any mating attacks, especially without a queen and all your pieces on the king side. So yeah.
Seems like the Yahalos and mix and match games finished already. Yeah.
Ah, and Yahalo lost. Unfortunately, why?
Seems like
Wasn't he
Yahalo
up?
win.
Yeah, he was up quite a lot of material. Uh, Anna,
Match
Yahalo
point.
won actually. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's excellent chasing the king down the board and then give mating net here. Yep, that's really good, really good. And Adapchi and Apiccio, that was the game that blundered the queen, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. Well, um, White managed to get back a bit of stuff here, but not enough, unfortunately. Still down a lot of material. Uh, as soon as the black rooks come into the game, it should be over very quickly. Now I believe this there is a potential of this knight being trapped here. So perhaps a3, and of course offering a trade here I wouldn't do that because when you're down material you do not want to trade off pieces. So if white trade off his pieces, you will realize that at the end of the game, black will have maybe one rook more than white, and that's just easily it makes life for black a bit easier. You might think that it might be better for black to just take the pawn and then win more material, but at this point I don't think it's necessary. Just make the game easy. But this exactly what he did. He's very a very calculative person, if you want to say. Yeah, every pawn counts. But yeah, it's good. but again leaves more chances for mistakes if you ask me.
So you want was it?
Zugi Zhuang here again. Wasn't he? Oh, he was up. He blundered off something apparently. Yeah, of course, knight e5 here is not good because after this, he realized that the queen is overworked because he's protecting this pawn as this rook as well. So after taking the knight and then the rook falls and uh, the material advantage disappears very quickly again. Yep, going for a hitting attack here.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and one more blunder from black here. Now the queen is under attack from the bishop. The queen has to move, but as soon as the queen moves, this bishop falls, and there's really no way for the queen to move to a square that also protects the bishop. So yeah, perhaps under time pressure, black has just blundered away its advantage. It should be losing soon. Zuizo unfortunately looks like uh, won't be able to win this. Mio Ginger versus Fluffy Cat. Yeah. Uh, yeah, white has just a much better position here. That's good, attacking both of them, but of course, as you can see here, b4 is blown completely. And well, at this point, white again try to will be most easily just to trade off the pieces. So hopefully trade off the rooks, but I don't think black will allow that. Perhaps he'll play like e7. Yes, he did allow it. I would just trade and then make my life easier, so to say. And Dachi unfortunately is just down too much material and is completely collapsing. I think he's hoping for a stalemate somehow or another, but we'll see if that works out.
Yeah, I just offering his
Yeah,
pawn.
as you can see, he's starting to giving up his pawns. Hopefully, give up everything and then get the stalemate.
Okay,
Oh
so
yes, and then Zugi Zhuang ran out of time here,
mm,
unfortunately.
this game's still going on. So Cat versus Mio Ginger.
Yes. Well, like I said just now, trading it off now is it's not necessary at this point because the rook can't really move because the king is there. It's pinned. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
trading. Yeah, I mean taking this pawn now will be just really good. Of course, this group now is under a lot of attack, so but it should be fine after taking the pawn. Rook takes, king takes, and then you take the pawn on, and then bishop will take the pawn on the rook on a8, and it should be a equal exchange. You trade off the rooks and you start pushing this pawn down the board, and you'll be quite an easy win. Andachi, I think, looks like has disconnected.
I see.
Looks like a rage quit if you ask me. Well, I mean, a mouse click is a very devastating thing. Oh yeah, we are left with just I think Fluffy Cat and Mio Ginger.
Yep.
Yep, and they did trade off the rook, and he did not pick up the pawn like I said just now. It's perfectly fine, like I said. Just make your life easier. Yeah, going after this pawn here.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he has to be careful. He has to realize that if just one rook, it's very hard to chase down both pawns. Um, and if again, this like I said just now, the pawns are passed, so they are very strong. The longer he allows this to drag on, soon if they are passed on the fourth rank, they will be very strong. And black offers a draw. Uh, Fair enough. I mean, he is in a bad position, and then they are both low on time, and then he has quite a bit of counter play here. So of course, White
Decline.
chose not to take it, and this is good, bringing the king over to support support the pawns, to stop the pawns from marching on. And I think he should really start pushing the putting the bringing the knight back into the game. The knight on the corner is just bad if you ask me. And again, here I would just perhaps try something like that. And if king takes, and I would just take this one. And if let's say rook takes, you just rook takes, and then will be perfectly fine.
Mm.
Now time is running very low for the both of them, so try not to spend too much time. I would advise them not. What in any case, this is a very it should be a winnable position definitely for white. Oh, unfortunately, there is a fork here. If knight d6, it'll be a fork for the rook, and then it'll be game over very quickly.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he did find it. Ah, yes. I mean, they traded off the rooks, so it's not too bad yet. Now it's a time scramble. Now where to put the king is a difficult question. I would just put it down here. Try to stop it. Try to stop the pawns from marching, and then you start marching your own pawn up the board. You have to be careful not to allow your. I mean, now we have a fork actually here, and it should be quite an easy win. Should he find it? Because it's a check,
Mm-hmm. William Yuji.
and he did
Ah,
not
he
find
didn't.
it. Well, yeah. Anyhow, it should still be winning after the pawn is marching. Knight is coming around here. Now there is still a chance. Oh, perhaps yeah. That's I mean, can't really do much about it. And then he will come to knight. Yeah. It's important that he must not promote now. If he allows a promotion now, you have uh pawn. Bishop knight versus 3 pawns, and with a bishop and knight, it's possible to give
Statement. Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. No, you can you give a I can't remember if you can give a checkmate or not with a bishop, and I think it's possible, but it's very very difficult in any case. And you are low on time, you do not want to do that. And black might be able to get a win here because just the time
Mm-hmm.
trouble.
Oh no.
Yeah, and like I say, yeah, the pawns here are just
Very powerful.
as the game drags on, the pawns these 2 pawns becomes really strong, and he blunders the bishop here, unfortunately. And yeah, black should have an easy win now if suppose he takes the that. Yeah, that's good actually. I mean, not really, but they're both low on time, so it's hard to say who is better. It's hard to find the best move, and it should be an easy win here for black. Uh, Should he not make a mistake?
I mean, black offers a draw
Because
before this.
check, and you'll be yep, and then you want to come here, and then you want to try this. No, is there a checkmate here? Well, not yet at least, but soon enough. Excellent game by Fluffy Cat. Nice comeback. Managed to capitalize the 2 pawns here. So perhaps his sacrifice of the bishop was sound after all. So after the second game, and now we have Monet Dylan at 2 points and Fluffy Cat at 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps I should explain a bit of these tie breaks here. The tie break here is calculated by the points of the people that uh, you defeated. So, for example, Monet here,
Mm-hmm.
his opponents uh, did better than Fluffy's Cat's opponent.
I see.
So, uh, when they have both the same points, the system determines that Monet play a bit better because his opponents did better and his hands a bit stronger, so he has a higher tie break. And on the ranking, you'll see he's higher on the top than Fluffy Cat. But yeah, we have Yahalo at 1.5 point here because he was late,
Mm-hmm.
and Monet and Fluffy Cat ahead.
So the next round will be in 30 seconds. Yep.
Yeah,
Let's see who will get paired.
but very good games actually until now.
Yeah,
But
I
we have
mean the
four more to
Fluffy
go.
Cat versus yeah,
Yeah, it was so very yeah.
from being in a disadvantaged position, he could win the game with just the 2 points you mentioned before. Yeah, they are really strong at the late game.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because I mean, under time pressure, it's just a totally game after all. And yes, the third round has started. Let me take a look at the boards. So on the first board, we have Fluffy Cat against Monet against the Swiss system. You will realize that after I think starting from the third or second round, they will match the top players against each other. So hopefully give a more fair attack pairings against the players. So here we have a Scandinavian. Queen takes early bring out the queen early. Like in chess principles, they might tell you that's not a good idea, but as you can see, after bringing out the queen early, opponent might bring the knight attacking a queen, getting a tempo and stuff like that. So that was okay, not accurate because now you just win your own pawn structure and then that's just bad. Perhaps just now he was just to simply play like d4 again, attacking the queen, win a bit more tempo, and then because there was really no threat here because your bishop is well protected by 3 pieces, perfectly fine. And let's head to the second board. We have Mio Mio Ginger against Yahalo. We have a very nice French starting with e4, and then no, it started some something like the Karukan, I think, but it transposed into a somewhat French position, and French position normally e6 here.
Mm-hmm.
But let's see how it goes. I mean, they're taking their time. Let's head to the third board. Oh, that's very quick. We have no idea what this is again. But it's very interesting that he play f5 here because again, I think I've mentioned this yesterday. The f pawn this f7 square is weak, so playing f tends to open up a lot of attacking vectors for white sooner or later in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but at this position is a very well known theory. It's just pure theory. It's good. Uh, yeah,
So normally, which kind of opening do you prefer, Scott?
I I I normally like to play very boring, just the standard Italian, and then
Mm-hmm.
against the Sicilian, I really like c3. I go to Alapin variation. Uh, but you realize that most of my opening tend to gravitate towards very basic positions. I do not like hard positions like Sicilian and stuff like that because I'm too lazy to
I mean,
study the line.
I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about, but yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like something intellectual. Yeah.
Well, I mean, now you see that white, I think, has a lot of initiative. The pieces are better developed. The knight here is centralized and a good outpost right in the middle of the board. And then black, unfortunately, the pieces are not well developed at all. But perhaps knight this. knight d7 would be good idea to trade off the knight, this very strong knight. And but white, I think it's slightly better here. Let's take a look at the forward board.
Appicio versus mix and
Yeah,
match. Yeah.
we have a very weird, again, something very weird here, but it's hard to say. And then, yeah,
Is
I
it?
mean, the,
I think the knight. I see.
the knight
Knight
to c
d7.
does not work because
Yes.
this knight is here.
Right. Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure the idea behind this. I mean, it's fine. So after a pawn takes, knight takes, king takes, check, and then you pick up the knight. So it's good. Yeah, uh, yeah, it's a good move. Yeah, yeah. I might see this will come very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then black will come up. I think 2 pawns up. Uh, and then he takes away the castling privileges for white. So yeah, it was a very tricky move by black here, but nevertheless, excellent move. And let's head back to Fluffy Cat. Let's
Top of the
see
table.
what our top board
Mm-hmm.
has been up to. Oh, it's again. I'm not sure playing. Yeah, King F1 was fine, but not allowing yourself to castle while your king side is very open. If you ask me, it's a bit. I will be uncomfortable to play like this. Black has good initiative here, and he might want to start pushing the pawn, open up the position. When you realize that your kings are, I mean, this king did not actually castle here, but normally when you castle on opposite side of the board, you want to start pushing your pawns on opposite sides of the board, uh, and see who gets their attack a bit quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize that the white's pawn structure here is basically non-existent, if you ask me. But so should the attack come down the king side, it'll be quite devastating. But again, we have seen time again, Fluffy Cat is able to con very small advantages, very small disadvantages, and then win at the end of the game. So things are things are not set in stone yet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back to Yahalo here. We have they have been playing a bit slow. Yeah, yeah. It's an excellent move attacking this bishop here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but yeah, we did transpose into a French after that, I believe. Something like the French, yeah, is very close to a French position. So yeah, in the French position, you realize that because after this, this pawn is normally a prime target for black, and black will normally bring the knight from here to here. So the knight is attacking the pawn, pawn is attacking the pawn, queen is attacking the pawn. It's under attack 3 times. It's a very classic French thing to do. And now there's is there a good way to defend it? I There's not really a good way now because you can't really play. Oh yes, you can play. You would still protect it. Um, you might allow the trade. But that's not too bad because this bishop here is kind of stuck in the middle of the board. It can't really do anything. So this knight, on the other hand, I feel is very strong. So yeah, but this at this point up until now is still, I think, still theory. Uh, I mean, this move is a bit weird and this is a bit weird, but it should be fine. Yeah, he did play rook d1
Mm-hmm.
attack defending this. What about Zhugi Zhuang? Zhugi Zhuang found a very nice square for his rook. Again on the 7th rank. Uh, Control of the 7 rank is very important in this game a lot of times.
Good
But
name of the game. Yeah.
uh, yeah, Viras is at starting a pawn storm. Uh, a pawn storm is good in a way. It's aggressive and strong, but it tend to leave a lot of weaknesses in your game, in your position. As you see, your king is quite open here. Upish and oh yeah, they have, yeah, and then of course white king is very open now because just now white could not castle after that very nice trick with that knight d2 trick here. Black's definitely a more active position here and good threats of checkmate, something like this, and might come up soon.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think the best move for Apisho here?
Yeah, a bit. To be honest, it's really difficult. I wouldn't know, but I would try maybe like
Take the queen.
rook c1, attacking the queen, gain a bit of tempo, and then hopefully, I mean, this is a same, it's an open file, so you want, oh no, the bishop is there, so that would be bad, really bad. Yeah, now I am very stumped what to do. Yeah, it's fair, yeah. King d2 is fair because, of course, I said like queen c4 is very threatening, and then a bit passive, but unfortunately, in his position, he has to be passive because, I mean, pieces are undeveloped and his king is very exposed. It's very hard to find a good move here.
Mm-hmm.
Marching the pawn now might be a bit premature, but mm, let's see how. I think he wants to try bishop b3 because then after marching the pawn, the knight could not block, and the king would have very outward squares to go. He can't really go here because the queen is here, and then he has to come back here, and then it'll be very outward in the sense that there are no good squares left. Perhaps like bishop and bring a bishop into the game and be quite strong. Mix and match should win this. Let's go back to Fluffy Cat and see how it's doing. And Fluffy Cat again has I think gotten out of his troubles with a very nice fork here on the rooks. And now he's in a very equal end game here. Trade off his isolated pawns. That's very good. Trade off his isolated pawns. But of course, he got rid of Black's double pawn. Yeah. So now they're in the end game here. I mean, White has one pawn island. These three pawns together. So pawns are generally you want them next to each other. You need friends to reach the end of the board.
Mm-hmm.
And you see Black here has two pawn island, and this pawn is isolated, so to say, has no friends, and that's not good at all. So White have a better bond structure, but it's not completely winning yet. There's still chances for Black. But the one pushing for win here should be White, and you see he's starting to activate his king, bring his king up the board, and then make it really strong soon enough. Uh, that is yeah. I mean it's okay. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I would play rook g1, perhaps offer a trade, control this file because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
rook g4 check here is very annoying. But it's not bad at all. I mean, I would even march up the board further. That is, yeah, you things like they tends to happen when there are checks. Like black, because now he realizes he's not in a winning position. He wants to keep giving checks. Hopefully, ask for a draw and stuff like that. Yahalu side, uh, black is up 2 pawns. Unfortunately, the position on the queen side kind of collapsed for. Yeah, after this, he trade off the bishops and yeah, I mean traded off the bishop pawn and left this pawn hanging, and then positions just crumble. He traded off the queen. Good, because you're up material. You should start trading off queens, but it's not over yet. But up 2 pawns is great, very good. Zhugi Zhuang, he has really leaned into his rook on c7 here. So he brought on more rook to support it. Now he's up 1 piece and a pawn, so it should be a quite easy win here. What happened here?
It's a queen trade.
Okay, black offer a
Mm-hmm.
queen, or black offer a queen trade, but completely hang his knight. So that's bad, of course.
So you got white got the knight and then the queen as well.
Yeah, that's right. Because the knight's just hanging, and then after taking the knight, the bishop is still protecting the queen, so it's perfectly fine for the queen trade, or even favorable. And fish should win this game quite comfortably. Like, yeah, mix and match had a very nice trick at the opening there. So what happened? Yeah, that was a very puzzling queen check, uh, which led to absolutely nothing, I think.
No pieces there to protect the queen. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing was protecting the queen. I'm not sure why he gave a check with
Yeah.
queen c2. He just blundered the queen. Maybe he thought there was a tactic somewhere, but
Uh,
unfortunately did not work out for him. Yeah, so he blundered away his position. Blundered away his position. Yeah,
I
it
can
was
see
just
in
yeah.
the chat misclick. Sumpah checkmate tadi. Ya, aku misclick tu. the
Oh, misclick.
yeah.
Oh yes,
Uh-huh.
yes. It is a misclick because queen c3 is a checkmate.
Yeah.
Yeah. We such is online chess, unfortunately.
Guys, need to feel set to mix and match.
Mix and match uh got a bit of luck on his side. White offers a draw and black declines it. What? When did this happen? Why would black decline the draw? That was okay. Yeah, I mean Fluffy Cat will very easily win this. The 3 pawns are marching up the board now, so what about the game of Yahalu? Yeah, that's good putting the knight here, closing down this position, closing down this file. The rook does not have free reign across the area.
Come on, what do you call the rose? Oh, foul.
Yeah, these are called the
Hmm?
ranks,
Right? Okay.
and these are called the files.
Mm-hmm.
So this will be the E file, and this will be the second rank.
I see. Alright.
Zhugi Zhuang found himself in a bishop endgame. He should win this quite easily, but yeah, this game is more or less over. Appreciate. Appreciate is very low on time. Mix and match, yeah. Unfortunate,
Checkmate there.
unfortunate mouse slip there. Very unfortunate. Oh yeah, and then yeah, okay, and of course black resign here because it's just the material advantage is too strong. He will be checkmate in a few moves. Very good game by Fluffy Cat again. Excellent. I mean, yeah, I think he got a really nice comeback. I think he was down something soon. Yeah, he was down in a bad position. right off the opening, but managed to turn it around very quickly and with a very nice walk here. So yeah, again, our fluffy cat here is a magician in his own right.
Yeah, his spawns are very strong. That's why last game. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. His end game, his opening might need a bit of work, but his the game end game techniques are quite good, so perfectly fine. Yahalo is very low on time and one pawn down. Zugi Zhuang, yeah, this is more or less an end game. And this is, yeah, of course, just of course, this is a blunder by Upish, and then now rook b8, and the queen is now, of course, hanging, and he managed to, Apiccio managed to kind of, Mix and Match managed to kind of equalize the position a bit. In fact, make it even better. Now he must not take the bishop here because it will be a back range checkmate. So it's not as straightforward here, unfortunately. Yeah, and then yeah, here Black resign, and Apiccio is running out of time. Yahalo is having a time troubles as well, and then he's up a whole rook actually. Yeah, because after the fork, so yeah, Mio Ginger should win this quite comfortably as well. Or again, White is threatening a back wing checkmate, so he has to defend somehow. E8. Yeah, he defends with such, so the king can comes here.
He's going for the pawn. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, and here Yahalo resign. Unfortunately, did not work out very well for him. Good game by Mio Ginger.
Oh, 1 second.
Oh, what happened here? Oh, he blundered. Yeah, he blundered his bishop. Yeah, yeah, makes a match to win this quite easily soon.
After the misclick, yeah. Happy for him.
Yeah.
Get back to the game.
Unfortunate misclick, but managed to get back to game quite easily. Yeah, that was an excellent game. I mix and match here. And now again, Fluffy Cat with no game loss in points. Our 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 own magician. And close behind we have Monet with 2 points, and Mio Jr. and all three of them with 2 points. Yahalo is 1.5, and rest of them one. Fortunately, I think left the game. I know he was kicked out. Yes,
Akil Hamari, he left the game. Yeah.
yeah, he left the game. And Adachi 90, is he still playing?
Uh,
No, absent. He apparently is not playing anymore. Uh,
so the next round in 1 minute. So
yo,
we're gonna have
got to grab some
grab.
water.
Yeah. All right.
fourth round now. On the first board, we have Zugi Juan versus Sufi Cat, and Mio Mio Ginger versus Munir Dylan, Apishu and Yahalo, and Firas Miza and Wicked Smash. So Apishu, this is ready for standard E4, D opening, and then
Mm-hmm.
Apishu, uh, some I feel like it's like I can't King's Indian or something like that, or the Grunfeld, I can't remember. But yeah, the idea is to Fiaketo the bishop and then get a very nice bishop here, bishop diagonal here. And then of course, when you realize when you do this, when you're Fiaketo your bishop, Fiaketoing your bishop, you lose a lot of tempo because you move two steps just to bring out your bishop. And White will generally try to capitalize on that, getting more space with more pawn pushes and get controlling the center completely. And back in mix and match game, we have we have something like a Sicilian. I mean, it started with e3 and then responded with c5. So kind of weird, but that's perfectly fine here. Zugi Zhuang and Free Cat, we have Queen's Gambit, Decline, then the opening moves here. Very well brushed up on their theory. Excellent, both of them. Expected of the top of the board, I guess.
Yeah, this was
So
the most intense game from yesterday's stream. Yeah,
I see.
yeah,
After
and
they
then
played d5, yeah, and then
the screen
yeah,
Fluffy Cat
well,
won the game, so we see today who have the luck on their side.
I think yesterday Fluffy Cat won. Yes,
Yeah, true.
yeah, I mean Fluffy Cat might have a good chance again this time, but up until this point, I think there was no mistakes on. Fluffy Cat might try Queen d2, try to target this, bring both his Queen and Bishop on this diagonal, strong diagonal.
Hmm. And then the knight to g5, I guess.
Knight to g5. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, the idea, yeah, would be like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is fine as well, expanding for more space and then hopefully trying to push e5, chasing away the knight, and then after that, this pawn will lose one more protector, so it's good in a sense that I think that was the best move. I think he found a better move than us here, because now you kind of have to stop e5, and then if you tried something like this, you will just lose a pawn. Yeah, that was a really good move. Yeah, I think that was the best move in any case.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, it's not over yet. I mean, stuff like this, the knight can come here, nice squares for the knight, and then you play something like this, and then you stop any attacks on this diagonal. And of course, trying something like this would be to try to trade off the bishop, because I mean this bishop is really strong, and then black's bishop here does is not doing very much here. So trying to trade off this rather weak bishop for strong bishop is good in a sense for black. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's a good move, because of course maybe e6 is coming, but something like this and it should be fine. Yeah, but yeah, the idea here of course is to trade off this white bishop.
Not sure
It
who died
to
about the Mooney died about.
Mio Ginger.
I think this is the battle for the second place, I guess. Mm-hmm. Munir is
Yeah,
at the second
I
round.
mean we are still in on our fourth round. It's not exactly completed yet. Yeah, but white has a double pawn here. Now this backwards pawn is attacked again, so he has to defend it somehow, which is can be quite difficult to defend. And yeah, it should still be more or less equal if you ask me. Again, Diahalo versus Apish. And I mean, this knight here is very strong. So do you want to trade off your very the fianchetto bishop, which is strong in its own right for
Mm-hmm.
this strong knight, and then perhaps get a isolated pawn from white here? Black is a bit slow on development in this phase here, and he can't really castle because the castling square is blocked by the rook. Yeah, it's a tricky position for black, really. Mix and mash, pick up a rook somehow. Yeah, and then this just best. He would just pick up the bishop, and then mix and match would have a overwhelming advantage here. What did they do? S- Yeah, yeah, big blunder here. Both the rook and the knight is lost. So back to our Picat and Zugi's round. Yeah, so exactly what happened here? He tried e5 and then trade off the bishops first. Then e6 comes. So yeah, I mean at this point you were just trading off is good because he will have to take back the pawn and then yeah, your king side is very open, so it's difficult for black in the sense that stuff is happening like that. He did have the right idea of trying to um, trade off this bishop, but perhaps not seeing e5 here is a problem.
Hmm. So Scott, you've been playing for the RENTAP quite long time, is it? Mm-hmm.
Oh, it went up. Yeah, I played. Uh, that was wait one moment. This is
Okay.
yeah, this is fine actually. Yeah, it might be better effect, but I don't really like putting my pawn right in front of the king, and I wouldn't capture it actually because the king right in front of me is the pawn in front of a king is actually blocking my opponent a bit more than they help most of the time. So yeah, but I think taking it might be better because it might have ideas of queen h1 and queen h8. So yeah, they're trading off the pawns. I think the rooks will come off the boards very soon, and then white will go in with a one pawn advantage. So hopefully a winning one. But yeah, back to your question. Yeah, I played in the last two run up. Yeah,
So you won it, I guess.
yes, I did.
I think you're one of the few persons that I meet who have the ranking 2000 plus. Yeah. So very
Uh
astonishing. Yeah.
yeah. I spent a bit too much time playing the damn game.
So you deserve to be called a grandmaster for my level, at least.
No. I mean, I'm really very quite far away from a grandmaster. So I mean, I'm 2000 on this platform,
Mm-hmm.
which in a real rating, my real rating is around only around 1900. So a grandmaster is around 2005. So they are quite a lot higher than me. Yeah, with G4, the knight has to move his cav. I don't. He can't really go comes here because knight takes, pawn takes, and queen takes here.
Yeah, Halos and Apicios game has ended. Yeah.
Oh, that was really quick. Let's see what happened now. That was yeah, and yeah, you might see I've mentioned this time and time again. Playing f3 is sometimes a bad reason, precisely because of something like this. And then yeah, because you do not have f3 pawn, and then checkmate will come. Yeah, perhaps just now was more accurate to come here, check, and then come here. So I mean, you will still lose the bishop, but I mean, but not yet the game. But yeah, very nice checkmate by Yahalo here.
Hmm. Yeah.
This is Mikesh just. Oh, Mikesh is losing.
Mix and mash. Yeah.
Mix and match, yeah. You're getting confused by the name. Yeah, I mean, yeah, mix and match lost. Yeah, a lot of blunders here, and then it's just overwhelming advantage by Firas here. Munne is yeah, going for a nice mating attack, and he defends with B3. Here we have a rook trade. Now Zhuge Zhuang has a 1 pawn advantage. Is, to be honest, is nothing too. That was perhaps not accurate because after after taking the rook, it might for Zhuge Zhuang might be just better to just take the knight because it comes with a check. And oh wait, yeah, I mean he can play this, and then yeah, I think he played the right move here. Eh, Again, I'm not so sure that's a good move because I would just go for the trade because white is up material and it eliminates one of the weak white pawns. So going for the and then after that queen queen can take this can take the pawn here or take this pawn here. So it's I would go for the trade if you ask me. Yeah. And even after that, takes pawn takes king takes and or maybe rook takes and then queen can take this pawn here and then you have pass more or less a pass pawn with no one in its way. So he did go for the trade. Yeah, I think he would just take this and give a check first.
Mm-hmm.
But perhaps it's not a great idea because after this rook takes and then you have the rook and queen is attacking this f2 pawn. So not accurate. But yeah, this is perhaps a bit better in the sense that yeah, and A now will be fine because now the king is in the way of the rook. Oh yes, and we have a checkmate here. Um, yeah, I mean, this, this, yeah,
That's bad.
it's bad, it's bad for, it's bad, really bad for 50 cat here. They should come with, oh yeah, this is even better. What am I doing? Um, yeah, you of course you can't do that because the queen is guarding the square. So I think this might be a bit better. This is even better. Yeah, it's a checkmate in one now. Yeah, and
And then
here of course
after so many blunders. Yeah.
yeah, game ended. Fortunately for mix and match. Mio Ginger up material, but seems to be fairly fine, but a bit down on time. Yeah, but this should be checkmate by Zhuge Zhuang here. Good game by Zhuge Zhuang. I think he revenged his loss yesterday and dealt the first loss to Fluffy Cat. And this will be checkmate. So last game left, we have Mio Ginger versus Monet here. Now, Mio Ginger might want to play a bit faster. He's very low on time. He sacrificed the rook for the bishop. For some reason, I can't really place why because it just simply take back. I don't think there's anything here, but yeah. Yeah, he's more or less given away his advantage, so that's really puzzling to me if you ask me.
Mm-hmm.
See, I would try something like that. No, no, try something like that. Nah. I mean, the ideal situation would be putting a bishop here and then hopefully get a fork. So yeah, but of course, if you move your bishop, the rook comes, the rook falls. So yeah, moving your rook out of the file and then getting trying to take control of this open f file is fine. If yeah, I would offer trade here because it's perfectly fine. Yeah, the pawn of course can't be defended because it's attacked 3 times,
Mm-hmm.
and then you only have 2 defenders. So it's a bit futile if you ask me. But and he sacrificed his rook for the bishop again. I don't see the reason because he can capture back here. Yeah, I missed that as well. That was the best move actually. So yeah, you more or less did not lose anything out of the exchange. It was excellent.
Both of them have the same number of pieces and pawns. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, White has better pawn structures and a good attacking initiative. It's also defending this pawn from the rook here.
Mm-hmm.
And with this, I think rook f7 is really strong, taking control again, the seventh rank, and then there is a good chance of giving a checkmate here. So yeah, Mew Ginger, if he plays a bit quicker, yeah, he still have a good chance actually, really.
Yeah. But the time is ticking off.
Yeah,
10 seconds.
he's under a lot of time trouble. Yeah, he tried. This is fine as well because, but not as threatening, unfortunately. Yeah, and he just capitalized his advantage, pushing the pawns, try to get the pawn, and also at the same time attacking queen. Yeah, and his pawn should fall very soon. But of course, there's of course just check here, and then you pick back up the pawn.
2 seconds. Oh no, I know. So
I mean, they have a 2 second increment.
yeah.
It's actually really possible to play this with just only a 2 second increment.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible if you're fast enough. No, I would actually play something like this, force a trade of rooks, and then hopefully uh get the draw, and then see up. Then there will be a trade. There will be a check here, and then that was bad because yeah, just give up the pawn. Is here. Yeah, Mew Ginger is holding very well, and then actually cornering his advantage. Now it's Mooney is certainly not making this easy for him, so he has to be very careful here because there is a chance of a back rank checkmate. I think they are going to repeat. Hopefully, I mean, Mio Mio is, I think, is repeating the moves, hopefully getting a draw. Yeah, they will get a. Yeah, I mean, he's repeating the moves, trying to get a bit more time, get a draw. What was it? There is a checkmate threat here, so it's really strong. That will come. This will come. Perhaps a check will be better because you'll win the pawn here. Yeah, I mean, Mooney is taking care. They did get the same position three times,
Yes.
and yeah, if you repeat the same position three times, you can claim a draw, which is exactly what I think Mio Ginger did.
Mm-hmm.
This became a draw. Uh, Good game. Mio Ginger has a good advantage, but unfortunately could not convert in time. Yeah, but I mean, in the time scramble, he did hold on pretty well here. I mean, it's definitely winning here. It's just that it needs a bit more finesse.
Yeah. So round four is officially ended with the last game. Mio Mio Ginger, Mio Mio Ginger versus Monia, and then despite the loss to Zugi Zhuang, Fufike is still in top of the table, but then both of them having 3 points. So we'll be right back for the fifth round in 1 minute. Yeah.
I guess like we said yesterday in the streams that I said that Fluffy and Zugi Zhuang plays really well, so
Mm-hmm.
on the top now. You will see how they will go about it and if they can win their following games. I do not think they will meet each other again because that's just how Swiss is. So most likely they will play with someone below them who they have not played before.
Mm-hmm. So later, if both of them win the remaining 2 rounds, both of them will have 5 points. But then it will be determined by the
Tie breaks.
tie breaks.
At
Yeah.
this point, at this point they actually have the same tie breaks. So uh, there is a very slight chance that we might have a co-winner. But by the sixth round, if the tie break should be quite clear. And yeah, and the fifth round has started. So Luffy Cat against Yahalo here. We have the Sicilian defense. Yeah, standard theory at this point. I mean, I must say that Luffy Cat is well versed with the stand openings. Jugi Zhuang and Mio Ginger, we have French. And of course, Mio Ginger seems to not like the advanced variation a lot, so he went for. I think it soon became like a Marshall Gambit or something like that, a Sicilian Marshall. But yeah, and you see Black has a what we call here isolated Queen's pawn, a pawn with no friends around him. So that is a weakness that White will soon try to exploit. But as a trade-off, White has no center pawns,
Mm-hmm.
really limits his control of the center. So in classical chess opening theory, that's not a good idea. But a lot of time in chess is a trade-off. You'll find that in Mooney and Mix and Match, we have a very interesting. Okay, he tried the Sicilian, of course, and Mooney tried the Queen Queen G5, which is very baffling if you ask me. But yeah, and then he played Knight H3. Of course, most of the time we don't know our knights on the corners because those are bad squares for knight.
Mm-hmm.
So I say the opening not the best opening for white, and you see now with Knight G6 and then Queen is attacked. White lose a tempo again. Now, opening wise, it seems Black is doing better. Firas and Appreciate, I think. Yeah, I think this seems. Yeah, this is London. I think it's just a. No, it's not London. It's started with E4. Uh, Something like the Italian. Yeah, it's somewhat Italian. Yeah, it is the Italian. The E6 here. Yeah, this is a very classic Italian position. So here, uh, white would also bring the knight out, and if uh, black plays knight g6, the bishop might come here and start for a pin. Um, Black will bring out castle and then sometimes come to c6 to trade off the bishops. And now, okay, advancing immediately, try to bishop back. Fine, grabbing more space,
Mm-hmm.
but a bit, perhaps a bit slow on the development side of things. Let's go back to Fluffy Cat and yeah, hello here. Yeah, Black is preparing to castle. Uh, Nothing much to say about this, but we are still quite equal. We are very much in the theory, you know. Mew Mew Ginger Zugi Zhuang. Again, nothing much here. Pin on the knight, standard positions, still in theory, I believe. This, yeah, it feels like a French structure after all here. Now, this is a good square for the knight because the knight is well defended by the pawn, and then a knight, like I said, out in the out in the middle is wrong. But I would just eliminate with the bishop or yeah, oh yeah, of course, after taking it, he leaves the pawns hanging, so that's just a bad move. Yeah, that's just a bad. The the knight has not much squares to go. He has to go back there. This will come, and the knight has to come back inside. In a very outward corners, his knights are just badly placed after all. So yeah, yeah, opening wise is not the best, perhaps. Miras and Appreciate. So yeah, he went with knight g6 here, which is weird. Not, people don't do that in Italian, and of course it leads to the probability of bishop takes h6 here, and then you just cripple white pawn structure. But he did not do that. But it's not too late. You could do it now. So like I said, just now there was this uh, bishop g4 move to pin the knight, just standard Italian moves.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he unpinned the queen, but at the same time now the knight is only defended by the white capture. Now it would have again a bad pawn structure. So Pika and Yahalo is black has his bishop pair, but unfortunately the bishops are a bit passive. They are not doing much right now.
Mm-hmm.
White is poised to open up the position here, and soon with these open files and the rooks can come here, white might have good chances here. But of course now, if I were black, I would just capture here and then queen capture. Because rook captures does not work because bishop e5. Uh, and queen captures, and then yeah, he tried queen a5. Yeah, I can't say I like this because yeah, I think this is really strong. The Mio Mio Ginger. Still nothing much yet. Very much in the opening. Yeah, white might want to play something and that connect the rooks. A good attack on this diagonal. At the same time, protecting this pawn with the queen here. Should you need to move your knight. That's fine. Offering to force a trade of bishops and yeah, but here black might just capture with the f pawn, and then you have two very strong rooks bearing down these files.
Mhm.
Munir and Dylan, mix and match managed to just win. A, okay, he attacked the knights and he just left his knight hanging for some reason. No, no, because the bishop is there. I mean, yeah, after the check, he could safely take the knight, and yeah, he missed. I think Munir missed the check here.
Mhm.
So after he missed the check, the knight, this pawn is no longer pinned to the queen, so he can take the bishop and the knight quite safely. Yeah, okay. I mean, just now I would have just eliminated the bishop pair and then just get material off the board. See, Firas and Apish.
Appicio. Appicio is having an advantage of 2 pounds here. Mm.
Yeah, good advantage. Is attacking the queen and at the same time the pawn, which is attacked twice by the knight and the queen. So he will win a pawn very quickly again. And with that, knight takes and then the rook falls as well. Yeah, it should be a completely winning position for Apish here. Let's go back to free cat. Ah, yeah. Oh, wow. Yahalo managed to corner a very nice advantage here. What happened?
The queen has been
Aha,
pinned.
he missed. Yeah, yeah, that is bad because after pawn d5, the bishop is attacked. Now you might want to just move your bishop soon. Bishop c5 will come and then you will pin your skewer of a queen and king, and then you have to keep, and which is, I think, yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly what happened. And after that, he just picked up both the bishop and the queen, and then winning position for black here. It's excellent.
Yeah, well done by Yahalo there
Yeah, indeed.
by pinning the queen with a check. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a very nice find here with excellent. Let's see how Zugi Zhuang is doing. Zugi Zhuang is he laminated the rooks. That's good because I mean having both rooks on these files are not good for you. Oh fuck! Here the position um, material wise is equal, and black has the control of the e file. That will not last, and black has a lot of weaknesses with the pawns. There's a double pawn here. There's an isolated pawn here. So the pawn structure for white is a lot better. So yeah, good advantage for white, I would say. And of course, Zugi Zhuang is low on time as well.
3 minutes.
And yeah, okay, mix and match managed to get again very good second ranks. Yeah, this will not last very long, unfortunately for Monet.
The Appicio already won the game, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, this will come when both attacks on here, and then you might want to bring a bishop soon into the game, or even the knight on knight here attacking the rook. So yeah, it will be quite devastating.
The
Yep.
Appicio.
So yep. Oh, there's a uh oh, he hung his queen as well. Oh no, that's just yeah, he played queen g3, which only loses the instead of losing the rook, he lost queen. And yeah, and yeah, and here he of course yeah, and then he blunder checkmate as well because of the knight. king comes, just checkmate. Yeah,
Yeah.
very good game, Fisher. What happened? Yeah, and then yeah, now I would just play something like this here. In fact, like this, like this, like this, like this will be checkmate. So now that the queen is still here, three. So not really. Uh,
Is it wise to take the pawn? Yeah, I guess I would make that
yeah.
move.
Taking the pawn is perfectly fine, but he has the absolute advantage here. He should absolutely press that. So like one or two pawns more, it's perhaps not that important at that point. Let's see how is Fluffy Cat doing. Yeah, after that, the loss of the exchange is just bad. Yeah, after taking this pawn here, the rook is hanging. Of course, there's a checkmate threat, and yeah, and this is the checkmate. Very good game by
Yeah, hello.
Hao there. So we have Pune mix and match. Mix and match should win this quite easily, I
Mm-hmm.
think. I hear Muni might just struggle a little bit more. But it should be winning for Muni. Zugi Zhuang a bit slow on this end here. Yeah, I mean it is a so to say a normal position, so it's one has to take care of the end game here because of like I mentioned the weakness of black pawns. So black must not carelessly just trade off the pieces. That would be bad. Yeah, we could move centralizing the knight, bringing the knight back into the game. Black should perhaps try something similar.
Mm-hmm.
What is behind this? I think he sacrificed his rook. I think he's trying something like that. I I don't believe there's a mate yet. I mean there is a draw, but no mate yet. But I mean, I think yeah, it's possible to win certainly, but might take a bit of work. Or maybe yeah, check takes check, comes back here. He has to block, and then bishop comes here on. Doesn't even need to block. Yeah, yeah, and then the bishop will comes here, and then it'll be yeah. I think the checkmates this
Mm-hmm.
here blocks king comes back up to block bishop h3. Yeah, exactly. But of course, after that there is group B2. So I'm not sure how great that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just puzzling. Yeah, I think he wants to try something like this. Yeah, that's also checkmate as well. Yeah, that's more accurate perhaps. But yeah, rook B1 could just solve the problem, and there's no check stuff.
We'll mix and match. See that. Mm.
Oh, this is a little more interesting here. I think black might have something here because there's a discover attack on the queen. Maybe this might work. Would that work? No, just queen takes perfectly fine. Yeah, course, the knight is attacking this pawn here, so maybe something like this will be better. And what did Mix and Match try? Yeah, and he did play rook b1, and then of course this. I mean, Black still has excellent advantages here.
If, yeah.
Oh, he missed the pawn. Yeah, he missed the pawn. That's bad. Yeah, that's really bad.
Seems like the other game finished already. Mix
I
and match.
see.
Yeah.
What happened? Ah, yes, a very nice checkmate. Yeah, yeah, excellent checkmate.
Checkmate. Yeah.
Excellent game. I mix and match there.
So still
Yeah,
ongoing.
maybe like
Ginger.
yeah, this will be great. Yeah, this I think is the best move. Queen h4, and then you are threatening something. You're threatening a discover attack by the knight. Should the king moves, and then you just pick up this pawn again. Yeah, this is fine as well. Again, yeah, this is just a checkmate uh, position when you could try knight um, f2 should the check protect his square because you're attacking his square.
Mm-hmm. Did that.
Then I think perhaps rook e2 is wrong, chasing away the queen again, the very crucial second rank. Yeah, excellent moves here.
Mm-hmm. Scott, I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, now the knight is hanging. There's no real way to defend the knight, and then pawn here is attacked twice by the knight and the rook. Black should have a mating attack very soon. Excellent defense with g2. Yeah, uh, knight d3 is a lot stronger than h3. Now with no way to protect all of these pieces. And queen takes will come, check. And the knight is hanging here, perhaps not that accurate.
Okay, I'm back. Oh, it seems like Zugi Zhang
Yes,
having the time advantage there. Oh no.
yeah. Zugi Zhuang, yeah, and then he has to defend with the bishop, with the queen, and then the rook trades off, and then yeah, it's just an easy endgame. Excellent game by Zugi Zhuang there.
This one. Yeah.
Unfortunately for Mio Mio Ginger.
Mm-hmm. So
But yeah, they both play a very nice sound game. Very good games, but yeah, excellent games.
So the leaderboard now, Suki Wang is number one. Yeah, hello.
And Zugi Zhuang is leading with 4 points. Yeah, live closing very closely with 3.5. He was if he was not late just now, he might have just be in the lead right now. So we have one more round to go,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
and I think Zugi Zhuang has not played with Yahalo. Yes,
Let me
yeah, I
check.
don't think so. Should they not play, have not played, then match up against each other, and that will be their fight. Zugi Zhuang to win, of course, we just need to only secure because
Mm-hmm.
if giving a draw, he'll be 1 point, half a point ahead of Yahalo, and so Yahalo to win, we need to press for a win, and we'll see how it goes.
Another half a minute.
I mean, Fluffy Cat might just catch up as well. Should Zugi Zhuang lose the game, but yeah, I think the first and second place is more or less only between Zugi Zhuang and Yahalo. There's really no place for Fluffy Cat to reach the first place now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's supposed to be Zuki Wang versus Yahalo the next.
Yeah. Then we have our final game. We have our winners match here. Zugi Zhuang against
Yahalo.
Yahalo. I should probably give them a bit more screen time now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's see. This they started with a mix and match D4. Yeah, Yahalo started with a very solid and standard E4. And yeah, Zhugi seems to be going for the French, and then we have a classic French replies. And then here you could go for for the advance, you could go for the exchange. And yeah, I think this is the Tarash variation of it. Uh, yeah, that's fine. That's just a standard Tarash, I think.
So I was going with other games.
Let's see. Fluffy Cat and Miras. We have a Italian something. Yeah, this is 100% a very classic Italian setup here. Um, yeah, yeah. Pushing this pawn here might be a bit premature because this pawn is heading soon enough trade it after that. Yeah, after trading, after the pawn the bishop will retreat. But yeah, in the Italian, pushing this the pawn now is a bit premature. Normally, you would do a few more setup with like uh bringing the knight here or pushing the pawns a bit further.
Mm-hmm.
It might seems like white has a very strong advantage here, but if I remember correctly, it's just not all that much. I think I can't be sure. Yeah, there's a check here, and he has to defend, and then this pawn will fall. Yeah, there's just no way for white to defend the pawn and at the same time stop check, because after this and yeah, and this pawn here is this knight here is pinned and can't really capture back. So now the again the knight is under both attack twice. So yeah, he would just win and black would just win another pawn. Mew Mew Ginger, we have a Fianchetto set up here. Something like the I think that's the Grunfeld, very close to a Grunfeld. Yeah, this feels like Grunfeld. Yeah. Yeah, still very much in theory at this point. Upfish. Uh, Yeah, I suppose he wants to fianchetto his bishop and castles.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back to Yahalo and see what they go. Oh, we have uh yeah, I can't remember the theory here because I haven't played the French in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be fine for both sides here. Now you see the French. The idea is when the your d4 move, your d4 pawn is weak, and black try to undermine it by playing c6, try to break open the position, so to say. Now, of course, this move here is great because chasing coming here might not be a very good idea because it's, it's still okay, but it's very cramped. And should the queen moves, and if black plays b5, the bishop will be very trapped because pawn will come, and then, so he has more or less has to trade here. And that's the only sound move, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at this point it's still it's very standard theory, very sound likes. See, yeah, this game here is it's just chaotic. What is happening? Hmm. Yeah, hard to say what to do.
Yeah, the knight is under attack there.
Yeah, I mean the knight was supposed to be lost anyway, but
Mm-hmm.
because black captured the knight with and the knight is lost, is supposed to be lost anyway, so it's trying to lose it. I'm not sure why White choose not to take it back, but he perhaps want to complicate the situation. Mix and match is again playing a very interesting opening here. And yeah, of course, the bishop takes is good. You get a double pawn. Uh, damage the pawn structure a bit. But this knight is kind of weak here on the edge of the board, doing nothing much. But with a bit of work, it could soon maneuver to c4 and should be fine. Pawn takes maybe queen c7, knight c4, stuff like that. A lot of that's good as well. Yeah, try to open up this position. Hopefully, take bring the queen here. Yeah, it's just eliminating the bishop is perfectly fine. Back to Yahalo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you see in the French, you will see a lot of time you will play knight g6 and then knight f5. But I'm surprised that he played knight g6 now because bishop could take and then you get the double pawn. Not bad, but it's not comfortable. And white allows the knight to come to f5, which again put more pressure on this pawn, which is not good. And yeah, it's quite baffling if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, is using a lot of time here. It's already under five
Yeah,
minutes.
he tend to play really slowly actually. With my experience with him. Yeah, that's a good move again. Yeah, attacking the queen, but but you realize that the queen could just retreat here, and I don't think it's that much of a deal because this pawn is still well protected by both of these. Yeah, because after queen retreats, pawn takes, knight takes, and then bishop takes will be no loss of material.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean this is a good try, of course. At the same time attacking the knight as well. So he might just try something like this to defend it. Uh, yeah, I mean one pawn out, maybe something like this. Put more pressure here. Bring your rook into put your rook into this file will be good. Mix and match. It seems like in this. Oh yeah. Aside from this game, everyone seems to be evenly matched. Yeah, and then Monet has suggested. Oh, yeah, White should fall very soon. How did this happen? Oh yeah, because of this. Yeah, he blundered the fork, the queen. It's just yeah, more or less game over.
Mm-hmm.
What happened here? So after this, knight takes. Oh yeah, knight takes is just simpler. But I don't see the problem here. Yeah, and then pawn takes, knight takes, yeah, stuff like that. And then black will just take this bishop, and then pawn takes, queen takes, and then there's a double pawn for white. Black is targeting this pawn already with a nice diagonal king.
Mm-hmm.
Should be perfectly fine for black. Perhaps even winning, if you ask me.
Like,
I mean, of course, I would try something like knight d4 to centralize your knight. Of course, also defend the pawn here. And if possible, white might want to start attacking the king side since he has yet to castle and his pieces are a bit. The bishop is a bit weirdly placed, and you find that a lot of times that when you play the French defense, your light square is very weak. So exactly what he has here is just stuck there, not doing much. In comparison to this knight, is a very strong knight.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's hard to say. I say it's equal, but I would say it's equal. Black is definitely not yet winning. Yeah, of course, yeah. A5 with the idea of bringing the bishop here. Try to activate the bishop a bit more. Here, I would just maybe try something like that. Maybe like that. Try to get your queen a bit more active and put some pressure on like. Oh, and Fluffy Cat is in losing position now apparently. How did this happen? Yeah, he blundered the bishop somehow. Yeah, I don't think this will work because he has to capture back and exactly what he did, and now you just I think you can do this, and then he has to capture here, and then bishop will take the pawn, and then you'll be up a whole bishop. Perfectly fine for Trophy Cat here. Yeah, he did make a mistake. Yeah, this is perfectly fine as well because oh no, this is a checkmate. Yeah,
Ah,
good game by Fluffy Cat.
yeah.
Good game by Fluffy Cat. Yeah, this a bit more tricky than what I was suggesting certainly.
Mm-hmm.
So Fluffy Cat should be firmly in the second place now after winning his game. Uh, Mix and Mash and Mio Jin. Good. two rooks on this file. Very strong. Strong bishop as well. Queen is, yeah, white has a lot of initiative, good initiative here. Excellent moves, excellent chances of winning here, but certainly not done yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here, yeah, Apish is just completely losing. Down material, down time.
And
Yeah, let's see what happened here. Okay, yeah, exactly what happened. And then, yeah, he did bring the queen, try to get more attacks in. Yep. So after rook f 4 with this rook leaf, the idea, of course, is to bring rook f1, try to target this square here. Yeah, and white has excellent kingside initiative in, if you ask me. Bishop too passive here, but that might soon change because yeah, c5 is of course coming, and then he will start opening up the position, bring out the bishop into the game, start get some action for the bishop as well.
mm-hmm.
That, I think the knight might be a bit of trouble. I think this might work very well. Yeah, I mean he just need to solidify it with something like that, but it can go anyway here. Yeah, mix and match is definitely winning in a very strong position here. This will fall very soon, and yeah, just material wise they are equal, but white has just very good uh initiative, so to say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nah, material wise, black is up 2 points, so hard to. Yeah, he doesn't seems to be cornering it very, finishing it very well, so hard. This is a checkmate. Good game by Muni. This game is far from over, so our best players drag it out soon for quite some time. Yeah, of course the main threat here is knight d6 with a check, and then you might, you you do not want that. So I would suggest castling now might be safe, but you have problems like rook h6 and stuff like that. But it should be defendable. Yeah, this is fine. No, this is, I don't think it's fine at all. Yeah, white might have a better position here, and then king will have to move. King will have to move, and this will be attacked 3 times, and that's not good. Yeah, yeah, hello is excellent position.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, knight takes check, and then you bring your knight back. Of course, the knight here is, this is a very strong knight right in the enemy can be protected, and that's, how do I say, uh for black to get rid of the knight here. So if Halif could take care of his precarious time situation, yeah, certainly he could win this. That is I do not really understand that. I just go for this, bring it back. Uh, it should be fine if you ask me. Black should really just bring the rook and the king up, connect his rooks, and hopefully bring his rook here. Good, get a chance of attack on the king's, on the white's king side as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the game with Mew Mew Ginger is coming to an end very swiftly with a check here. The king can comes here, I think, and then the rook will come down, take the rook, and then it should be, wait. Now I still have this, and then it's more or less checkmate. You pick up the rook, yeah, and then Mew Mew Ginger resign, and good game by Mix and Match.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
So
and
still,
then we have our finals here.
yeah,
Let's see how it
finally
goes.
the final.
It feels like he has made a blunder here. He feels the need son when he needs to because after that fortunate um it's maybe not too bad because takes G7. Yeah, that is perhaps safer. If of course you do not want the pawn on the seventh, that'll be very strong. And oh, this is just excellent. So after the queen takes it, you have a problem with the rook hanging because can't takes the pawn takes the queen hangs. So excellent attack by
Yeah,
this is just really good attack by Halif. Really good attack. He might want to start flagging Halif. He should really take advantage of his time problem now.
is it better to move the king? Yeah.
Yeah, keep the pieces on the board and then make the situation difficult. Yeah, that would be the better solution, so to say. Better thing to do. Yeah, queen takes queen check, and then you will have to block with the queen because if you king and just trade queens,
Mm-hmm.
and white should have a very good winning position, easily winning position. Oh, it's black to move just now. Ah wait, yes, yes. I mean, yeah. Then this comes trade. Is that good? I'm not sure that's good. I mean, it's small difference here. Yeah, yeah. You have to play fast now. Flag him, flag him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but with a 2 second increment, the players at their level should be able to win this quite comfortably. And then the pawns for maybe this is perfectly fine as well. Yeah, Halif is doing very good here, so maybe something like that. Try to get off right. Try to get the trade. Yeah. Oh, he hung. Yeah, I think it's still in time for Black to go ahead and try to stop the promotion. It should be fine. I think you give a check here and then something like this. Yeah, I think Halif will run out of time beforehand. Yeah, that's good. Very good. So it's a really close game by the both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Positionally, Halif did play better. Unfortunately, the time. Yep, and then he has to move here, of course, now to stop the promotion because this will be bad, really bad for black. So he has to come in here now, and then white will try to move king down the board. That's good. Uh, yeah, not ideal again. Oh no. Ah, I mean, Fair enough. Yeah, it should be quite a easy. Yeah, you have to defend, no? Yeah, and yeah, okay. Rook G8 comes now, and then yeah, he allows the promotion. Oh wow. Okay. Suppose he trades now? No. Ah, excellent checkmate. Good game by Halif. Really good. Managed to get in time with the good time trouble. Managed to win it, and I think with this he won the tournament
Yeah, we can see the
with 4.5 point. Very very excellent games by all participants today.
so the final ranking is Shahalo 11 with 4 wins and a half point because of joining
Yes.
late. Yeah, with full points of 4.5, and number two is Proficat with 4 points, and number three is Zugiwang with 4 points. But then you can see the buy at the tiebreaker there, which determined their position. Yeah. So so that's all for today. Thank you for joining us, viewers.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you.
So thank you for you too, Scott, for commentating
Yes.
this
No
game and
problem.
giving us all
My
the
pleasure. My
insight.
pleasure.
Yeah, giving us the post match analysis, everything. So it's really been a pleasure to be commentate along with you, and
Yeah.
have a good day.
S-
Thank you.
Have a good day as well.
Yeah.
Oh, udah beres.
Oh.
Bye.